Hi, I'm Rob Brantley, kinesiology student at Cal Baptist University. I'm here with my volunteer assistant, Milo Young. Today we're going to be demonstrating tape support for sprained thumb. So we're going to go ahead and start with the position that our patient needs to be in for the application of the tape support. So we're going to go ahead and, let me see your arm here, we're going to want him in a neutral position at the wrist. That could be accomplished by lining the dorsal aspect of the forearm with the dorsal aspect of the hand. As long as these are in alignment, then the wrist is neutral. For the thumb, you don't want it to be in its extended position because this isn't a functional position for the thumb, and the athlete would have a tough time performing the activities that he needs to perform in this position. So we're going to go ahead and put him in a position resembling that of a handshake or holding a full can. So from this position of the neutral wrist and functional thumb, we're going to go ahead and start applying our tape by applying our anchors. Our first anchor is going to go around the wrist. Our second anchor is going to go around the distal phalanx of the thumb. All right, we want to maintain our neutral wrist and our functional thumb throughout this entire process. And after we've applied our anchor strips, we're going to go ahead and apply 4 of our splint strips, and they'll be applied on the side of greater injury. For Milo here, we're just going to assume that he sustained a sprain in his ulnar collateral ligament of his thumb. So to support that, we are going to apply his splint strips starting from the wrist anchor to the distal phalanx anchor over the ulnar collateral ligament, supporting the thumb by putting it into a more adducted position. After we've applied our 4 splint strips, we can go ahead and close those off to make sure they're secure by putting another anchor strip loosely around the wrist. And another anchor strip around the distal phalanx of the thumb. Still maintain that neutral wrist and functional thumb. We can now apply our spica strips. We're going to apply 3 spica strips that are going to start at the distal and dorsal part of the ulna. We're going to cross the wrist and cross the thumb at the metacarpal phalangeal joint, which is where your first metacarpal and your proximal phalange articulate together. You can feel them by the 2 bumps that protrude from the thumb. So we're going to go ahead and start here at the distal ulna, wrap around that landmark, supporting the joint and the sprained ulnar collateral ligament, putting it in a position, a better adducted position. And we're going to repeat this process 3 times. Again, hitting our landmarks, supporting that ulnar collateral ligament. Also maintaining the neutral wrist and functional thumb position throughout this entire process. Third time, making sure we hit our landmark. And completing our tape support for the thumb. And to test for proper circulation of the thumb, you can go ahead and pinch the tip of the thumbnail to see if the skin color returns to the thumb within 3 seconds. If that happens, then you have the tape at the appropriate pressure. And this has been an example of providing tape support for a sprained thumb. Thank you very much.